Hey guys, YouTuber Hunter here. Okay, and like I said in my last review, when I made a review for Survivor Series 1994, I did say that I'm going to do like another Survivor Series type of review next, and yeah, this is what that is. This is going to be a review for the match from Survivor Series 2003 with Team Austin versus Team Bischoff. So, yeah, I have like really been debating whether to review Survivor Series 2003 or not for the last several years, really, because yeah, I've just been like really like questioning whether or not have I would like review this because yeah, Survivor Series 2003, it was just a really bad show. Survivor Series 2003 it is like among like one of the worst Survivor Series of all time. Okay, it's not like the worst Survivor Series ever. Like there has been worse Survivor Series than this, like 1999 and 2006, and probably like a couple others as well. So yeah, but I would still probably like place this in probably the top five worst Survivor Series of all time. I just cannot like stand when people actually say this was a good show because it wasn't. It wasn't a good show at all. Yeah, this show was just like so bad. You had just like a bunch of horrible matches on the show or bad matches. Yeah. And yeah, this match really was like the shining star of Survivor Series 2003 because yeah, the rest of the show was just like so horrible, but yeah, this was like the only like actual like good and even like a great match. So yeah, so this is like really like the shining point of the show where like it's like shows like WrestleMania. Yeah, there's been like WrestleManias that have really just been like one match shows, like particularly like WrestleMania 16 with like the triangle ladder match. Imagine there's also like a Survivor Series 1995, or rather SummerSlam 1995, that with the ladder match between Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. And so yeah, shows like that really just are not really that good shows, but really do have like a real great match that stands out on it, and it's the case here with this show too. Yeah, because yeah, like I said, just Survivor Series 2003, it really was just like such a bad show. I mean, really, just outside of this match, this show was just absolutely horrible. Yeah, and I just really just like I said, I just cannot stand when like people say that this was actually a good Survivor Series because yeah, it absolutely was not a good Survivor Series at all. Yeah, so yeah, so let me just go over like the card of Survivor Series 2003 real quick. Yeah, so I can just like go through it with you guys just to like just show like how bad the show was. Yeah. So the card for Survivor Series 2003, the opening match you had a Survivor Series elimination match with Team Angle versus Team Lesnar, and the teams consisted of like on Team Angle you had Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Hardcore Holly, Bradshaw, and John Cena. And on Team Lesnar, you had Brock Lesnar, Big Show, A-Train, Nathan Jones, and Matt Morgan. And this match really, I guess it wasn't like a terrible match. I guess it was decent, but yeah, why this match just really turned out not being good was just like the booking was just so freaking stupid. Because of course, this was Hardcore Holly's first match back since Brock Lesnar broke Hardcore Holly's neck back in 2002. So, yeah, so not seeing Hardcore Holly in action for like a year. I remember Hardcore Holly actually did appear on the previous episode of SmackDown before this show. But yeah, this was like when Hardcore Holly was scheduled to come back. So yeah, and yeah, before the match started, Hardcore Holly attacked Brock Lesnar and just like went after him on the outside of the ring, and then yeah, Hardcore Holly like ended up shoving the referee, and the match hadn't actually started yet, and yet Hardcore Holly was disqualified and got eliminated. Like, what sense does that even make? Like, Hardcore Holly, like, yeah, it was before the match even started, so how can you even disqualify somebody before the match even started? Yeah. And plus, yeah, I mean, it's Hardcore Holly's first match back. I mean, it was practically was like his first appearance, even though, yeah, he did, like, appear, like, unexpectedly on the previous episode of SmackDown. This is when he was scheduled to appear, and yeah, I mean, it was like one of the most anticipated things with Hardcore Holly returning like that, and yet, this is what happens. Like, he just, like, gets disqualified, eliminated that quickly. Yeah. And plus, like, in this match, you also, like, had, like, just, like, a bunch of, like, quick eliminations, like, back to back to back, like, just, like, not even, like, a minute into the match. It was, like, even less than 30 seconds. Like, A-Train got eliminated, and then, like, 20 seconds after that, Bradshaw got eliminated. So, yeah, like, in the first minute, you had, like, 2 quick eliminations and 1 before the match even started. Yeah. Plus, you also had, like, 3 eliminations just a little over a minute. Well, yeah, in less than a minute, because, yeah, Matt Morgan got eliminated, and then Nathan Jones got eliminated, and then Kurt Angle got eliminated. So, yeah, what is it with, like, all the quick eliminations back to back to back like that? Yeah. And then, Brock Lesnar ended up getting eliminated as well. So, yeah, so Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar were the captains of these teams, and yet both of these guys got eliminated before the match even ended. So, yeah, they weren't even like the last ones eliminated on either side. So, yeah, so what's the point of even having it be Team Lesnar versus Team Angle if, like, it doesn't even seem to be, like, between, like, Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, this was really, like, set around some more rivalries. Like, of course, Brock Lesnar and Hardcore Holly, and even, like, this, like, started some stuff between John Cena and Big Show, of course, like, leading into WrestleMania the next year. And it also, like, started up Chris Benoit's, like, a huge push that would, like, go into 2004, of course, with him winning the world title. So, yeah, so it wasn't even, like, set around, like, Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, so why were they captains of this team? So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, just some really, really stupid booking for that match, and yeah, I mean, I guess it was, like, solid in-ring action, but just, yeah, the booking just was so dumb, and that's what really brings this match down. So, yeah. And anyway, so yeah, I talked for a few minutes about that. So yeah, let me just, like, move on. Yeah, and next you had a Molly Holly versus Lita for the women's title, which absolutely sucked. I mean, nothing memorable in that match at all. Yeah, you had, of course, Shane McMahon versus Kane in an ambulance match to for the last encounter between them in this feud. Which, yeah, this was just an absolute overbooked, ugly, disgusting mess. I mean, yeah, I already said, like, how their match at Unforgiven and the Last Man Standing match was a pretty good match, but this one was not. This was just, like, ugly, overbooked, and yeah, this was just an absolute mess. So yeah, we're probably, like, yeah, it could have actually been the worst match of the night, but somehow, how another match on the show ended up outdoing it in badness, which I will get to in just a second. Yeah. Yeah, you had the Bashams defending the tag team championship against Los Guerreros, which was just really just kind of there. I mean, this was just put in at the last minute on the previous episode of SmackDown. Yeah, this was just absolutely forgettable. Just nothing happened here. I mean, this was just all this really did was just kind of, like, start more to really develop the Eddie Chavo rivalry that would, like start to ignite more, like, as the weeks went on, and would, like, continue in early 2004. So yeah, nothing there. You had The Undertaker versus Vince McMahon in a Buried Alive match, which turned out being even worse than the Kane Shane McMahon match. I mean, seriously, this was just, how did they put on a match even worse than the ambulance match? Yeah, I mean, I guess I really shouldn't, like, be, like, that hard on it, because I guess this was just basically what I was expecting. This was just, like, Undertaker beating Vince with bloody pulp, and just, like, really murdering him, basically. But yeah, what really, like, really just ruined this match was the ending, of course, with Kane screwing over the Undertaker and then, like, helping Vince bury Undertaker alive, which, of course, like, started up the Kane Undertaker rivalry that would lead into WrestleMania 20. So, but yeah, that match was, like, even worse than the Kane Shane McMahon match. So yeah, and then, of course, the main event with Goldberg defending the World Heavyweight title against Triple H, that match was just absolutely horrible too. I mean, it was just boring. Nothing happened. Yeah, just ugh. I don't know if that was still when Triple H was injured because he still had the long tights. So yeah, I don't know if Triple H was still injured and that's why the match didn't turn out very good. But regardless, yeah, it was a horrible match. I mean, it was even worse than the match in Unforgiven. So yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, the card for Survivor Series 2003, it just really did not deliver. I mean, all those matches turned out being pretty bad. But this one was actually a great match right here. And of course, this match was after the tag title match. So yeah, it was kind of right in sort of the middle of the show, sort of. Yeah, but yeah, this match actually was great, and it really is the shining point of this show. So yeah, the team for this match on Eric Bischoff's team, you had Chris Jericho, Christian, Mark Henry, Scott Steiner, and Randy Orton. And then on Stone Cold's team, you had Booker T, RVD, the Dudley Boyz, and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, and of course, there were some stipulations for this match. In this match, the stipulations were that if Stone Cold's team won, then that rule, of course, if you remember, back when Stone Cold was co-general manager, there was that rule that Stone Cold really couldn't attack anybody unless he was physically provoked. And so, yeah, the stipulation for this match was that if Stone Cold won, then that physically provoked rule would be gone. But if Eric Bischoff's team won, then Stone Cold would lose his job as co-general manager and, in essence, be gone from the WWE. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, this was a real great match right here. I mean, it was booked a lot better than the Team Angle Team Lesnar match. And yeah, and it was just it had a lot better action. It was a lot better paced. I mean, yeah, what can you really say about it? I mean, yeah, Stone Cold, Team Austin versus Team Bischoff, it probably is one of the best Survivor Series elimination matches of all time. I mean, there have been some really great Survivor Series elimination matches throughout the years, but yeah, I think this would probably be in the top 10 maybe. I mean, it is a really good match. I mean, yeah, I mean, just yeah, it really did fool you with some drama, especially towards the end where it looked like Stone Cold's team would have been finished, especially towards the end when it got down to a 3-on-1 situation. And then you just get filled with so much excitement as Team Austin started to battle back, and yeah, it just had such a it was just such a good pace. I mean, it was filled with drama, had some really good in-ring action, and just yeah, it is what you would want to see in a match like this. So yeah, so this match definitely did deliver. So I would probably give this match probably 4 stars out of 5. I mean, yeah, I mean Survivor Series 2003 really I do not recommend watching the entire show. Of course, after I've just went through everything, and that probably gives you the impression of how bad it is. But yeah, but if you're curious enough, I would recommend this match. This match is definitely worth watching. So, yeah, just screw Survivor Series 2003, but watch this match if you haven't before, because it is a really good match. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I guess I'll just go over the match a little bit. Yeah. So, it was kind of interesting. For the entrances for this match, it wasn't each wrestler just coming out one at a time. The teams all just came out all together. They just came out to Eric Bischoff and Stone Cold music. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting that they did it like that instead of everybody making their individual entrances. Yeah. Yeah, and it did, start off really good. I mean, yeah, you had, just guys tagging in and out. I mean, it was, good reaction between them. And then at one point, as, I think it was, Devon or Booker T or somebody like that, were battling with Scott Steiner. Then, a member of a Team Bischoff then, tried to get involved. And then, yeah, all the teams ended up going at it. And at one point, as Scott Steiner was, gaining an upper hand on Booker T and, kind of cheating, as Stacy Keibler, who was, at ringside for Scott Steiner's behalf, unwillingly, of course, you remember, at this time, this was when Scott like after Unforgiven that year, Scott Steiner ended up turning heel and attacking Stacy, and then formed like a heel team with Test. So yeah, Scott Steiner was a heel at this time, and they were like just treating Stacy like crap. And yeah, Stacy was on the ring apron like distracting Scott Steiner. And then yeah, the Dudley Boyz then like hit like a reversal 3D or something on a Scott Steiner, and then Booker T hit a bookend on Scott Steiner and eliminated him. And yeah, but then yeah, just about like 30 seconds after that, then Mark Henry then gave Booker T a World's Strongest Slam and eliminated him. Yeah, so there were like a couple of quick back-to-back eliminations in this match too, but yeah, it wasn't like the Team Lesnar Team Angle match where like there was just like an elimination in 10 seconds, another in 10, and another in another 10. So yeah, it wasn't like back to back to back quick eliminations like that. Yeah, they like scattered them around throughout this match. Like there were quite a number of periods where it took a little while for somebody to get eliminated in the match. Yeah, and I did like how Mark Henry ended up getting eliminated in the match. Like the Dudley Boyz and RVD all like triple team Mark Henry, just giving them like all their finishers and stuff, and then yeah, it took all three of them to pile up to be able to pin Mark Henry to eliminate him. Yeah. But then like RVD was then like going at it with Randy Orton. And then then as the referee was distracted like with Christian, then as RVD was trying to go for a 5-star frog splash, Chris Jericho ended up pushing RVD off the turnbuckle, and then RVD then like fell onto the ropes, and then Randy Orton then hit an RKO on RVD and pinned him and eliminated him. So then it was like 3-on-3 with the Dudley Boyz and Shawn Michaels against Chris Jericho, Christian, and Randy Orton. Yeah. And then it was just like going back and forth between both teams. Like the teams were like tagging in and out, and then then it was interesting. Like Chris Jericho hit Devon with like a flashback, which we don't really see Chris Jericho using all that much. But yeah, Chris Jericho hit Devon with a flashback, and then Chris Jericho was able to eliminate Devon. Yeah, and then it was down to 3-on-2 with just Bubba Ray and Shawn Michaels left against Chris Jericho, Christian, and Randy Orton. And then Bubba then was like starting to battle back. He was able to beat down all three guys at once. Yeah, he just was continuing to just nail all three guys and was able to hold his own against all three, Chris Jericho, Christian, and Randy Orton. Yeah, but then eventually Bubba Ray then tried to go for a Bubba Bomb on Chris Jericho, but yeah, as the referee had his back turned, Chris Jericho then kicked Bubba for a low blow, and then Christian then hit an Unprettier on Bubba Ray Dudley and then eliminated him. So then it was just Shawn Michaels by himself against the three guys, and so Team Awesome was at a 3-on-1 disadvantage. Yeah, and then that's where people then were starting to really get nervous and kind of get a kind of a quiet right here. Yeah, and then Shawn Michaels was then just battling all three guys. At one point, Shawn Michaels got knocked to the outside of the ring, and then a Christian then catapulted Shawn Michaels right into the ring post, and then after hitting the ring post, Shawn Michaels then was just bleeding like a son of a bitch. He was just completely drenched in blood. Seriously, he was bleeding much more than he really should have been. We've seen times where guys have gotten busted open from hitting the ring post, and they don't bleed nearly as bad as Shawn Michaels did here. I mean, remember at SummerSlam 2001 when Kurt Angle got busted open after Stone Cold kept bashing him into the ring post? I mean, Kurt Angle wasn't bleeding this bad, and there have been other times where wrestlers haven't bled that bad from hitting the ring post either. But Shawn Michaels here, I mean, he was just bleeding like an absolute stuck pig. I mean, seriously, kind of overdid it on the bleeding here. Yeah, but then Shawn Michaels was just trying to battle back as much as he could in this match. Yeah, and then at one point, then as Christian then like tried to charge at Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels then hit a Sweet Chin Music on Christian and was able to eliminate Christian. So then yeah, Shawn Michaels then got down to a 2-on-1 situation, and yeah, Chris Jericho and Randy Orton were continuing to battle with Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I mean Stone Cold was still like at ringside, and he was just really trying to cheer Shawn Michaels on as much as he could to like really give Shawn Michaels some like motivation and really like just try to help Shawn Michaels get some encouragement to battle back. Yeah, and then at one point, then as a Chris Jericho and Randy Orton were double teaming Shawn Michaels battled back and was able to throw Randy Orton out of the ring. But then yeah, Chris Jericho then hit like a running enziguri on Shawn Michaels, and then Chris Jericho tried to go for the Lion Salt, but Shawn Michaels was able to get his knees up. Yeah, and Chris Jericho was able to dodge the Sweet Chin Music, and he attempted the Walls of Jericho on Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels countered it into a small package and was able to pin Chris Jericho to eliminate him. So then, yeah, then Shawn Michaels evened it back out to a one-on-one situation with just him and Randy Orton in the match, yeah. But after Chris Jericho then got eliminated, Chris Jericho then just nailed Shawn Michaels with a steel chair. Like since Chris Jericho was now eliminated, like he couldn't get disqualified, but couldn't Randy Orton still technically get disqualified? Oh, there was only one person left. I mean, couldn't Team Bischoff just have gotten disqualified for that? So yeah, so I guess that's something that really didn't quite make sense. I guess Team Bischoff could have technically still gotten disqualified for that, but yeah, they just played it off as like since Chris Jericho was eliminated, like he couldn't get disqualified. So yeah. But yeah, Shawn Michaels was able to survive the chair shot when Randy Orton got back in and tried to pin him. Yeah, and yeah, and then Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton continued to battle it out with each other. Yeah, and then at one point, Randy Orton tried to hit Shawn Michaels with a crossbody, but yeah, Shawn Michaels ended up moving out of the way, and Randy Orton accidentally hit the referee. Yeah, it wasn't really technically like actually revealed if like Shawn Michaels had actually moved out of the way or if he just like a collapse from just bleeding so much. Yeah, they like even like mentioned that they didn't know if it was like him actually moving out of the way or if he just passed out. Yeah. But yeah, the referee ended up getting knocked out by Randy Orton from the small pack of the crossbody. Yeah, and as Randy Orton was trying to get back up from that, Shawn Michaels was preparing for the Sweet Chin Music, but then Eric Bischoff then got in the ring and just kicked Shawn Michaels, and then yeah, Stone Cold then went after Eric Bischoff, and then Randy Orton then hit a stunner on Randy Orton, and then yeah, Stone Cold then just then like was chasing after Eric Bischoff and beating him down, yeah, and then when it looked like Shawn Michaels was going to win the match and pin Randy Orton, then Batista then just ended up coming through the crowd as Stone Cold was beating down Eric Bischoff up on in the entranceway, and yeah, Batista then hit a Batista bomb on Shawn Michaels. And then yeah, Shawn Michaels then was just he was just down and out after that, and Randy Orton was able to cover Shawn Michaels and get the pin 1, 2, 3, and so yeah, Randy Orton got the win for Team Bischoff, yeah, and then yeah, once Randy Orton got the win, like you just saw Stone Cold's face just. Yeah, he just was in absolute shock and disbelief that his team lost and he was now gone, as it seemed. Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, you just and yeah, everybody just got quiet after Randy Orton won the match for Team Bischoff. Yeah. And then yeah, after the match, then like Stone Cold then came back to the ring and came to Shawn Michaels' side. Yeah, Shawn Michaels then after he recovered and got back up, yeah, you just saw how crushed he was for letting Stone Cold down, and he actually could read his mouth saying that he was sorry. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, Stone Cold then walked to the back with Shawn Michaels, but then yeah, after they showed the replays of what happened, then the Stone Cold music hit again, and then Stone Cold came back out and was just saying was him just saying how he did start his career in Dallas, Texas, which is where this show was. So yeah, Stone Cold was bring up how he started his career in Dallas, Texas, and that he feels privileged for everything that he's been able to do, and yeah, he feels right for his career to end in Dallas, Texas. And then yeah, Stone Cold was just saying how he appreciates everything the fans have done for him, and he loves them, and all that stuff. Just like pretty much giving like a final farewell to the crowd and everybody watching. Yeah, but then Coach then and came out and was singing like nah 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 hey 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 goodbye, and he came out with like 4 security guards, and he was just saying how the security guards were going to escort Stone Cold out of the building. Then Stone Cold then just ended up attacking Coach and laid out the security guards. And then Stone Cold then attacked Coach and then gave him a stunner. Yeah. And then it ended with like Stone Cold just saluting the crowd one more time with the beers. Yeah. And then the final thing he did was he like just toasted the beers and then just laid them right in the middle of the ring and walked to the back. So and just as a final goodbye to the WWE fans. Of course, like at the time this was, they were like putting it as if this was going to be Stone Cold's last appearance, and Stone Cold would be gone from the company for good. But of course, like that wouldn't be the case. Like about like a month later, like Stone Cold was brought back as like the sheriff. You remember that Sheriff Austin stuff? That's started about a month later when Stone Cold was brought back to the company. So that did kind of like defeat the purpose and the stipulation of this match. But I mean, I guess like just people didn't want Stone Cold gone and they still wanted him to be in the company. So WWE gave the fans what they wanted and they brought him back. So so it is what it is. But the match is still overall really great. As I said, I would give it 4 stars out of 5. So like I said, probably like in the top 10 best Survivor Series elimination matches of all time. So as I said, I don't recommend Survivor Series 2003. I mean, don't watch the entire show, but definitely check out this match. Like if you like go on the WWE Network and then just skip to ahead to this match and watch it and then cut it off from there, because everything else is just crap, and you don't want to see anything else on the show at all. But definitely check out this match. So like I said, horrible show, but this is definitely the shining star of it. So screw the show, but check this match out. Alright, so I guess that's the best way I can put it. So a great match. Alright, so I guess that's all I can really say about it. So I guess that's so I guess this is my review of the Team Lawson versus Team Bischoff match from Survivor Series 2003. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. I know this went on like kind of long. I mean, I basically practically could have like just made this a whole review of the show, but I just like I just like kind of had a lot to go over for this video. So but I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to say about the match. So I know. If you haven't seen the match, go check it out. Alright, so I guess this is for this review. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.